What's going on, guys? Bengal King here, coming back at you with another video today, back on the Rebuild Revisits. This one is the Detroit Lions. It's an interesting one. It's only 2022, and we're in kind of a weird spot because when you take a look at the team, it's like we haven't really progressed all that far, but certain players are going to hit regression, like Kenny Golladay, who's 29, like Cooper Kupp, who's 30. And of course, our quarterback, who is only 24, but looks like he's about 44. Looks like he's really good, but only star development. But look at his picture. Like, what's going on here? I don't know. Offensive line looks pretty good. Taylor Decker's all right. He's 29. Only normal development for Jonathan Mann, but he's only 24. Pretty good overall. Frank Ragnow. Who is this? Connor Chick, 25 years old, 80 overall. That's fine. And then Harding, star development, 26 years old. He's fine as well. TJ Hawkinson up to superstar dev. Then we have two interesting receivers. Only normal development on Rashard Shaw, but he's only 25, 82 overall. And then here is Shaquille Slade, superstar development, which I guess we drafted him with that. And of course, if you guys haven't seen the original Lions rebuild, most of this won't make sense to you. So go watch the original Lions rebuild if you haven't. And he didn't play at all this year. Okay, we just had him. Superstar dev on the bench. Well, that's a good player to back up. Jelani Tavai, Tracy Walker. A lot of normal development on this team. Like, way too much. Darius Slay is probably going to come back down to earth now that he's over 30 at 32. And then we have this sick cornerback. Taylor Staley, 26 years old. Superstar development. Looks to be very, very good. We got Vince Choice, 23 years old. 87 overall. Superstar development. This is one of those rebuilds that it is really fun to revisit because some of these players are going to get so much better, and we do have a lot of talent and a lot of depth here. Like Grayson Cleveland, he looks like he's really, really solid and the only normal development. But I mean, we definitely have some stuff to work with here. It's going to be interesting to see what our financial situation is looking like. But we won the Super Bowl, so we got all the momentum headed into the offseason. And let's hop in and see what we can do. TJ Hawkinson is an impending free agent. Someone I'd like to bring back. Jelani Tavai. I would consider Amani Oruwariye. Probably not at 27 years old. Hawkinson, we do have money. And he's not even all that expensive for one of the best tight ends in the game. So definitely want to bring him back. And he re-signs. Jelani Tavai is way too expensive. You just can't expect me to give someone who's an 81 overall, 26 years old, only normal development, like over 7 per year, 50 mil over 5. It's like that's up to 10. Like there's no way I can rationalize doing that. Just can't. So we're gonna let Jelani Tavai go, and then consider upgrading at that position through free agency. We have the money. We can just get a better player, better bang for our buck. Montez Sweat is here. Now, he's going to be fairly expensive, but 34 over 4 is cheaper than Jelani Tavai would have been. And if we check out our defense, we did take a little bit of a hit losing him, but could we move to a 3-4? Jonathan Allen could play 3-4 end. Flowers could play 3-4 end, and then with Damon Harrison, who's a natural nose tackle anyway. Trey Flowers is pretty big. He's 265. I think he's got enough size to move in. Vince Choice would play outside linebacker at 6'4", only 240, which would be fine. Blake Martinez, Miles Jack on the inside. Then we need an edge, so that we could easily transition to a 3-4, especially if we get Montez Sweat. Then we're looking for like probably a safety in the draft or wide receiver maybe. So let's offer on Montez Sweat, see what he's gonna be. This is a lot more. This would be 78 over 6. The fair offer. Well, it's taking in bonus. I just think he's a better player than Tavai. Better development, much better overall, same age. So let's get serious here with an offer. 107 total points. That should be enough to get him. DeAndre Baker in here as well, still only normal development. I think that's a pretty good offer, and this would, again, easily help us transition into a 3-4 defense. And Montez Sweat accepts, so 3-4 defense it is. NFL draft time. No idea what picks we're going to have at all. And no first-round pick. We have the very last pick in the second round, although that doesn't mean I'm not going to move up if I see a player that I want. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 all of our own. Need cornerback. Need safety. Ooh, Matt Clancy. That's someone I'm interested in. There goes Matt Clancy at number 9. 78 overall free safety. I thought about trading up to that spot, but I decided to take another pick, and there he goes. All right, we're making a trade Cooper Kupp, Billy Whitfield, who's a backup right guard, as well as a 4th runner next year for a 1 and a 2 from the Chiefs. It's number 23 overall. I'd like to take that pick on someone who I think is a really, really good player. He's a tackle, if he's still available, which hopefully he is. Again, looks to be a very, very good player. And he is still on the board. Kyrie Leslie out of Arizona State. Amazing top skills. Have to take him. And he is a 78 overall. Number 1 in the class and star or better development. Definitely worth the move up. And it looks like they added new faces. I swear they added new faces into the game. Which is so strange, but I've never seen that face before. Which I guess is cool. That's a good thing. And in Dolphins franchise, if you guys watch Dolphins franchise on my channel, which I'm sure most of you do, Titus Avant, the starting strong safety, had like a new face out of nowhere. I think they added new faces. But I didn't hear about that in update at all. But that is cool to see a new one. All right, round 2. We have 2 second-round picks. 2 top quarterbacks still available. You know, they don't really look to be that good. And we don't need a QB anyway. But we'll see what we do need. And 3 players left on my draft board. I probably would just... I mean, I could take... Kitchens I'm going to take in the 2nd. And then Holt I'm going to take probably in the 3rd. So I can trade 1, 2. The first 2 I can trade a 4. And I'll see if maybe I can get a first-round pick next year for somebody. That'd be nice. Okay, that one went through really easily. I'm trading a backup right guard in Davison and the starting left tackle in Taylor Decker for a 1 and a 3 next year from the Bucks. Now, that went through like really, really easily. I kind of thought I was going to trade some picks to get it, but we have our new tackle of the future and the guy we just drafted. So we have Harding. We don't need backup offensive linemen, and we still have them anyway. So, I mean, we're in a good spot. And we have, like, really good backup defensive linemen that I could potentially move, but I'm going to hold on to them for right now. The team's really good. I'm still missing some corners, and a safety could be better. But we are in a hell of a spot. Trading a second-round pick, number 55 overall, our backup center, and a 3rd next year for a first-round pick from the Bears. Their quarterback, although he is the boat, Blake Bortles, not particularly amazing. So I hope they're really bad, and that pick ends up being really good. Let's go ahead and take our guy here. Kyle Kitchens out of Arizona State. Looks like he'll be good depth on the defensive line. At defensive tackle, I'll slide him over. And he is a 76 overall, number 4 in the class. Star or better development. 78 speed, 78 block shed, 80 tackle, 91 strength. He's decently balanced in terms of rushing the passer, even if his abilities, even if his attributes aren't too good for power or finesse moves. But a really, really good backup defensive tackle. 3rd round, here is Jerome Holt, another defensive tackle. Looks to be pretty good. More backup, more depth on the defensive line. Number 24 in the class, only a 71 overall, unfortunately. Drafted him at 96, 86 strength, 78 block shed. He's a nose tackle if I've ever seen one. He doesn't do anything else well at all. And then our last pick is going to be Lincoln Poindexter. He is number 95 in the class. We took him at 128, 66 overall. It's receiving depth. Not actually terrible. Looks like there could be something there, but not for us. He's probably never going to start. That is going to do it for the draft, though. Pretty good draft. Yeah, so Leslie was just a sick draft pick, and we already know he has star better development, hopefully superstar. And I found out recently that you can get superstar X Factor players on the offensive line, which I did not know. We drafted one, I don't remember in which rebuild, but it did happen. But the offense looks pretty good. I want to get Slade playing a lot, so he's going to be our number 2 receiver. I need a backup running back. And then defensively, we have so much depth here. Kitchens is going to be the backup defensive tackle. He was number 4 player in the class. And as you could see, it really didn't take that much to get him up in overall. It was only like, what, 3,000 points for a skill point upgrade or something like that. He's a 78 overall defensive tackle, so he would be the highest overall, but it's only 4,100, almost 4,200 points to get him upgraded, so that's not much at all. I definitely want to play him a lot his rookie year. We're going to have to move up Pollard over Cleveland on that left side. Edge look sick. We need a 3rd corner. We need backup running back. We need a kicker. And then specialist, Josh Allen and Trey Flowers. I mean, This just looks like a fantastic defensive line. Justin Lane is in here. 79 overall, only 25 years old. Yeah, I'll bring him in. In-state, went to Michigan State. This is a perfect match. We're also bringing Miles Sanders. There's so many good free agent running backs, and might as well bring in like David Montgomery to be like a backup. He's like a power back, man. I know he's super elusive, but he's a power back. Could use a fourth corner. Michael Jackson from the U. Let's bring him in. Why not? And then we do need a kicker. So we have a lot of depth. Austin Siebert, welcome to the team. So we should be good to go. So I will say, like, Kitchens probably is not going to play a whole lot. He's going to play a lot next year once Damon Harrison is really either gone from the team or retired or regressing. He's going to start next year for sure, which I should probably just start him now. But Damon Harrison's such a better player that we're not going to do that. This is what the squad looks like. I think we're in really good shape. Bunch of talent, bunch of young players, bunch of pieces. And there's no reason that this team won't be extremely successful. 87 overall, but we have so much potential to improve. This is definitely one of the more fun rebuilds we're going to do, as like there's just so much potential for these guys to get better and get like to an extremely dominant position. So let's just simulate to the midseason mark and see where we are. Midseason mark, we are 2-5. Okay. All right. Sure, why not? 21st best offense, which means our defense is probably gonna be really bad as well. No, it's awesome. 5th. Our offense is just so terrible that it's holding down the rest of the team that much. Yeah, our defense is playing really well. Okay, well, let's figure that one out. Impending free agents. We have Taylor Staley, Trey Flowers, Damon Harrison. So Damon Harrison's gone. Leighton Guidry, our QB, is going to be expensive. Jelani Harding. Oh, wow, this is the year of the free agent, huh? Everybody is going to be a free agent. So here's what we're going to do. Damon Harrison's going to get benched because he's gone. There's no reason to bring him back at all. And even though he's good, Kitchens is already up to an 80, and he's not even really playing. Kitchens is going to start at defensive tackle, and he's not going to play as a rush D tackle, but he's just going to be our starting DT. Darius Slay is regressing a little bit, unfortunately. And then Leslie only has star. Star development's fine. It's just, could be better. Could be better. How much money do we have? Oh, we have a lot of money, so we should be able to bring these guys back. Let's give Taylor Staley this contract. Also, hate seeing him wear number 42. Just not a good corner number. Trey Flowers is 30. I'm not going to sign him to a 4-year deal. That's just not going to happen. Honestly, we don't really need him anymore. I would give him a 1-year deal, which he'll decline. And then I'd probably consider franchise tagging him. Damon Harrison can go. We're going to have to give a big contract to Leighton Guidry. Over 21. And Leighton Guidry resigns. Jelani Harding's going to be another expensive contract as a franchise tackle for us. But he goes ahead and resigns. Said that early, but worked out. Jonathan Mann. Another pretty expensive contract, but again, I think he's worth it as well. People always wonder, it's like, why don't you tinker with the contracts? Because if you offer them less than the starting offer, they'll decline like 90% of the time. And they even do sometimes when you give them more money in more years. So we got everyone we needed to. So we didn't make the playoffs, which just a little confusing. We went 6-9-1, so nice, but not nice. How is this not a playoff team? Our offense got a little bit better down the stretch, but still bad. And then defensively, we got a little bit worse, which that'll happen. 24th in points scored, and then 14th in points allowed. We were just very average. And Leighton Guidry, those aren't terrible numbers, but he needs to throw for more yards and more touchdowns. Kerryon Johnson was pretty good. Leighton Guidry was second in rushing for us. 63 attempts. Okay, that's a lot. Receiving, Slade and Galladay both had pretty good seasons, but again, like, we're not throwing for a ton of yards and passing touchdowns in general. 8 sacks for Miles Jack up the middle. How is that even a thing? Montez Sweat had 8 sacks too, 10.5 for Vince Choice. Interceptions, we have 4 from Taylor Staley. Love to see that. Any defensive touchdowns? Ooh, yeah, we had one. Didn't even see who it was from. He looked white. Le'Veon Bell wins MVP of the 11-4-1 Jets. Sam Darnold in there as well. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Ezekiel Elliott. That will see any Lions. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack. Miles Jack at 4. Taylor Staley at 10. Okay. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jacoby Triber. Assume that's a QB they drafted. Lincoln Poindexter, receiver at number 8. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ricardo Hankins. Kyle Kitchens at number 3. He's up to an 82 overall. I'll be interested to see what his development trait is, because I think it's going to be actually quite high. I think it's going to be very, very high based on like the low number it took for him to get upgraded, but you never know. Like a lot of that has to do with age and stuff. As the Chiefs and Saints squared off in the Super Bowl, 37-31 was the final there. No upgrades on offense to development trait, and then defensively, Kitchens only has star. No, but Montez Sweat goes up to superstar. Darius Slay regresses down to an 81. Yikes. We really need to improve this secondary, and I think our team is going to be in a great spot. And we can like really afford to trade some of these backup defensive linemen that we have. Blake Martinez is regressing in a big way, as he's now 30. I don't know what we want to do here. Like, our offense is underperforming, but we got pretty good players there. That's the thing. It's just a little bit odd. So I let Trey Flowers walk. Of course, all our one-year players are gone. I probably should have brought back Justin Lane. So that was maybe a bit of a mistake. Still need a free safety. Like, I don't know. I haven't decided how I want to play this. It really depends what's in free agency in the draft. Tyron Smith is here. Don't need him. Don't need Fletcher Cox either. Buda Baker, 28. I'm going to pass on him. I'm not going to do anything in free agency. We don't have a ton of money. So I'm just going to go ahead and not waste it. We're going to hold on to it for the next seasons that we might need to use it. And we got to get this team back to the playoffs for sure. NFL draft time. We pick at number 11 and probably not too much further after that. 17 and 22. Now, what would we make a move for? Cornerback, Sheldon Gooden looks pretty good out of Florida. Might consider that. I don't know what's going to be there at 11. I think a lot of the top players are going to go right before I have the opportunity to take them. And yeah, a lot of the guys I wanted are already gone. Trading a 1 and a 7 for a 1 next year from the Packers. A little interdivisional trading there. There's no reason to reach. So I'll trade down for picks next year. And I've tried to trade for some players, man. I wanted one of the top cornerbacks. Proved to be pretty difficult. And then straight up 17 for 17 next year. Projected from the Panthers, who I expect to be pretty bad as well. There goes a 79 overall right tackle. Good God, that's a pretty sick player. And then I guess I'm going to take one of these second round projected players here at 22. I have 4 guys in a row that I have watched. Looks to be a pretty good receiver. A little bit slow. I think there's something there. Might go with him. Let's go with him. Clarence Gregory. He is a 76 overall, number 11 in the class. We took him at 22. Star or better development. Looks to be very, very good. High, medium route running. Solid player. I'll probably look to get him a lot of snaps right away. In the second round, we're going to go Milton Fordham. He's a guard. Looks like he's the best player available. And he is a 77 overall, number 5 in the class. We took him at 43. 77 overall, same as his jersey number. Good strength, good run blocking. Be interesting to see if we can find a role for him. Trading a 3 and a 5 this year and a 3 next year for number 64 overall in the second round. Just 20 picks away. Hopefully my player is still on the board. There goes a 78 overall left guard. Is this class stacked or what? And there goes my player. Adric Witherspoon out of Florida Atlantic. Looks to be pretty good. 73 overall, normal development. Ranked number 17 in the class. We took him at 64. He is a rotational pass rusher with good speed, acceleration, and finesse moves. Good addition at receiver in Clarence Gregory. We needed one anyway. Still need like backup running backs and stuff. I wanted to improve the defense, but we didn't really do it as much as I would have wanted. We got some good players. Good backup at right guard. Especially when Chick is... We picked up his 5th year, but he'll be a free agent pretty soon. 4 and 3 at the midseason mark. Darius Slay is an impending free agent, but we can't bring him back, man. He's 33 years old. There's no reason. Grayson Cleveland, who I thought about moving a couple times and didn't. Martin Rodriguez or Martin Rodriguez. I mean, we got some decent players to re-sign here. Cleveland's way too expensive. There's no way we can hold on to him. I probably should have traded him. Rodriguez, I would want to bring back. We had the money to do so. I think he should re-sign. He does. Antoine Broussard, backup tight end. If he's under 3, we can stretch that. 18.8 over 5. It's a reasonable deal for a backup tight end, especially when he's going to play a decent bit. And again, Darius Slay, I just can't do anything with. We're just going to have to let him go. Playoff time. Did we make the playoffs? Yes, first round bye. 11 and 5. That's what I'm talking about. Way to bounce back. Our offense was way better. Guidry threw for 4,100 yards and 37 touchdowns. Way better. Way better season. Rushing. We had almost no rushing touchdowns at all. Antoine Broussard had 71 touches. I guess the backup running back fullback because we did sign one. Interesting. I was curious to see what happened. Rookie Clarence Gregory at a UCF. 68 catches, 985 yards, 10 TDs. TJ Hawkinson was great. Kenny Galladay, great. Slade was okay. Defensively, Blake Martinez had a pretty good year. 12 sacks for Vince Choice, 10 for Kyle Kitchens, okay. Interceptions, 2 for Martin Rodriguez, 2 for Darius Slay. We're going to call him Martin because he's got a Spanish last name. Yearly awards, Ezekiel Elliott wins MVP. Leighton Guidry at 8, our QB. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Ezekiel Elliott. Leighton Guidry at 5. Defensive Player of the Year, Luke Kuechly. Vince Choice at number 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Clarence Gregory, okay. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Leonard Lowry. No Lions. So Montez Sweat had a new ability. We'll upgrade some of our players. Vince Choice is up to a really, really high overall. He is flying up. I told you this team was all about development. There's just so much young potential. So many sick players. Gregory only has star development. A little bit disappointing again. And then defensively, Choice is playing up to a 95 overall. And it's only +1 morale. He's going to be a 99 overall, almost for sure. He is really, really good. Yeah, so we definitely have a lot of talent on this team. Let's just see what we can do against the Rams. Not going to jump in this year because I do want to do one more year after this. And we lose to the Rams 40-22. Great work from the defense, allowing 40 points. Good God. So we can't bring back Grayson Cleveland or Darius Slay or anybody else here. I mean, Grayson Cleveland looks pretty good. It's not worth it. It isn't worth it. He is talented, but I can't rationalize doing that, especially when there could be a better pass rusher in free agency. And it's not like he's a ridiculously high overall either. We only have $13.5 million to spend, but that could be a good player. Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack is here. What an addition Khalil Mack would be. We're looking more for an Aaron Donald type to be a 3-4 defensive end. And I'm not even sure I've ever had Aaron Donald other than when I've done the Rams. But we might not have enough room to get this done. 66 total points. We're going to have to clear some space, which might not be possible. Okay, we're going to clear up 13 mil by cutting Connor Chick. I know that seems ridiculous to do so. And maybe I could have traded him. But we have a good backup right guard in the one that we drafted last year. So Fordham's just going to start now. So, big time moves. Aaron Donald rejects. Oh my God, are you kidding me? That's so bad. That's the one player I wanted. Where'd he go? 104 points to the Panthers. I had 107, and he's like, no. Khalil Mack back to Buffalo from University of Buffalo to the Buffalo Bills. Come on, dude. You're killing me, Aaron. NFL draft time. We pick at number 5 overall. Again, I would not be opposed to trading up, depending on what's available. Harvey Allen, he looks like he could be a monster. 6'4", 227. Simulating to number 5 overall. We'll see what's there. We also pick at number 9. And the 2 defensive ends I was considering drafting are gone. However, the cornerback is still here. Now, here's the thing about him. Solomon Williams out of Central Michigan. Here's the thing. Is first of all, there used to be an offensive guard named Tom Compton. This is Tom Crompton. It's like he's coming back out of retirement. I'll just throw an R in there. Here's the thing about Solomon Williams, though. He is slow as anything. 4.6 speed. But I think he's going to be pretty good. Good top skills. And he's a slot type, so he should be able to tackle pretty well. He's a 75 overall at number 9. We drafted him at number 5. He's got star better development. He's just... Oh, 88 speed isn't even that bad, actually. I thought it was going to be like 85, 86. 88's not terrible. It's not that good, but it could be worse. Huge trade here. This is getting done, for sure. We're getting Stephon Diggs. Another interdivisional trade. I know that's not always a fan favorite, but this is a really good player. He is 31, but we're in win now mode, so we're just trying to get the best players we can. We're trading a backup defensive tackle, Holt, number 9 overall and a 4th, for Stephon Diggs. What an addition to our receiving core. Now, we do have 4 really good players now. Kenny Golladay seems like he's the odd man out. And now I love Kenny Golladay in real life, but he's 31 now, 83 overall. It's probably about time to move on. We don't really need 4 good receivers like that. So I am going to look to trade him. Hopefully for a really good corner. Okay, that should not have gone through. Kenny Golladay and Adric Witherspoon. Right, and we drafted in the 3rd last year for Spencer Murdoch was his name. Now, I was trying to trade for Adoree Jackson. They're like, there's no way. And then I checked the rest of their team, and they had another young cornerback who only has star development, but that's fine, man. He's an 86 overall, only 25 years old. No man coverage ability at all. Insane zone coverage. Looks like he could play safety for us, actually, instead of Tracy Walker, just because his zone coverage is so unbelievably high. What would he be at free safety? I would have to assume it's at least mid-80s, if not even higher than that. And it is 83 overall? Really? That's a left tackle. What is... Am I brain dead? Gregory goes up to superstar development, by the way, if you did not notice, which I did not, as he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then defensively, 89 overall. Yep. It went up even higher. Yeah, that was the move. And then we're going to go ahead and move Zach Pollard to right end, as he's been a backup the entire time. But now that we traded away everybody and Flowers is gone, and that last right end is gone, Pollard is a natural fit for a starter. All right, picking now at number 27 overall. What's on my draft board? We could go running back. I think I'm going to go Spencer Bassey, though. A backup running back would be cool, but Spencer Bassey is a baller. You already know what I'm going to say. Roger Goodell, piece of shit. Not doing your combine. Spencer Bassey at a LSU, baller. Skip the combine. He's going to be a beast. 76 overall, hidden development. Number 5 in the class. Took him at 27. He's going to start over the guy we just moved to left end, or right end. But 93 strength, good power, finesse moves, speed, block shed. He's so well-rounded. Does everything real well. Nobody left on my draft board. Do we just take a backup QB? Why not? William Cannon. 71 overall, star better development. Took him at number 27. He's number 27. We took him at number 59. It's good value. That's probably going to do it for my draft. And in free agency, let's bring Darius Slay back. Why not? Now, Harvey Garrett looks like he could be a good addition. He's younger. We're going to bring in both. We're going to bring in Harvey Garrett, and we're going to bring back Big Play Slay back. I'm sure people are upset that we let him go. He's an all-time great Lion. Who, dude, sometimes the CPU is so bad. This guy should never be a free agent. We're going to sign him as a good 4th for nothing. 25-year-old, 77 overall. Kadron Terry, another good corner. And we need a backup running back. Kavon Acosta. Okay. So this is the team for what should be the final year. Guidry's up to superstar development. I didn't even notice that. Superstar development, wide receivers, and tight end. Defense looks awesome. We don't have one superstar X Factor player, which is a little bit sad. But it's a good team, so hopefully they produce good results. Let's go ahead and upgrade the team before we get in there. Kadron Terry, who I signed, came with a skill point upgrade. But let's see what we can do. Mid-season mark. Undefeated. All right, we are not undefeated. We lost in week 8. We're 3-5. No. I don't want this. I don't want to. I'm not making the playoffs to end it. I can guarantee you. What the hell, man? Win games. 5-7. I stopped at week 14. We suck. Not a lot of impending free agents. I might do another season after this. We have the money. Vince Choice is going to command a huge contract, and he resigns. We had to bring him back. Shaq Slade is back as well. And then Zach Pollard, I think, we'll bring back also, even though there's no reason to. But he resigns. It's good depth, and we don't need to sign anybody anyway. I think everyone just is continuing to progress instead of regress, so we're in a good spot. We're going to miss the playoffs, which sucks a lot, but I'll do another season. Yeah, miss the playoffs. Come on, dude. It's every time. 7-8-1. We were close, man. Our offense was pretty good, so the defense let us down? Is that what happened? What was going on with the defense all of a sudden? Seems like these two teams, or offense and defense, cannot get on the same page. Either one's great and the other is terrible. They can't both be great at the same time, unfortunately. Vince Choice is only getting 8 sacks. I'm moving back to a 4-3. I need this team to perform better. We're moving back to a 4-3, 100%. Guidry's up to Superstar X Factor. TJ Hawkinson up to Superstar X Factor. What did he get? What is that thing? He got Pro Reads. For great quarterbacks, vision and anticipation are paramount. When they enter the zone, their first open receiver is highlighted while they're standing in the pocket. I wish I had that for Dolphins franchise. He also has Inside Deadeye, Pocket Deadeye, Clutch, and Hot Route Master. Bassie has Superstar Dev. Okay. Did he have that or did he get it? He won Defensive Rookie of the Year, but he already had it. So Spencer Bassie was definitely the move to start. Baller, skipped the combine, is a beast, checks all the boxes. Cannon has Superstar Development, by the way, the backup QB we drafted. Inside Deadeye and Conductor. Okay. So we don't have really any money to spend in free agency, so we're going to simulate straight to the draft. We pick at number 13 overall. Again, I wouldn't be opposed to moving up. We need an off-the-ball linebacker to really complete this transition with 3-4, and Stephen Hargrave out of Clemson looks like he could be the guy. Trading backup left outside linebacker, a first next year and a third. Mac McDowell is a backup linebacker. For number 4 from the Jets. Now, I'm going to be interested to see what who is available at number 4. Because we have a number of different options. Marco Manning would be a player I was going to consider if he was there, and he is not. Now, it's one of these two off-the-ball linebackers. Some good corners in this class, too. That's why I didn't want to pass up number 13. So it's either Stephen Hargrave, who looks pretty good, 4.64 speed, or Marvin Nolan, who honestly looks a little bit better. And he's an outside linebacker, which means his overall is higher. Like our middle linebacker, their overall is lower, and it bumps up when you kick them outside. And I'm going to go Stephen Hargrave. 75 overall, hidden development, number 11 in the class. We took him at number 4. I think it was the right move, 82 speed. And what I mean by that is if I move him to outside linebacker, it'll go up to like a 77. 88 hit power. I mean, he's a pretty good player. Coverage isn't too bad either. I'm comfortable with that pick. Marvin Nolan's still available. I don't think I'm going to take him. Good speed rusher here, Raheem Bowman. Not too bad. Here, I think we're going to take Isaiah Thorpe. He just looks like a monster. One of the best safeties I've seen. Hybrid style. 4.31 speed. He was first in every single combine category. His top skills are awesome. He's got B-man coverage. Hybrid type. I think he could be a corner for us. For sure. I think he'd be a safety. I think he's going to be very versatile. He's so good. 80 overall. Star or better development. Number 1 overall player in the class. We took him at 13. 95 speed. 76 man. Only 71 zone coverage. 80 awareness. Block shed's quite low. I think he could play corner. I think corner might be his best fit. I'm not sure. Really good player. Take another cornerback here. Trayvon Choice. 70 overall. Number 28 in the class. We took him at 45. That's going to do it for the draft. I'm so excited to go into the final season. I think our team's going to be sick. So now they just have to be. Hargrave goes up to a 78 overall. That is pretty damn good. So I'm interested to see what Thorpe's overall changes to at cornerback, which is, I think, where he's going to play for us. I know we have that cornerback that we moved to free safety. I think that's more of a natural fit for him. And then defensively, Thorpe stays an 80 overall. Yeah, he's a monster. He's definitely going to continue to play there. Bassie is going to play over Jonathan Allen. We have so much depth. We have so much talent. Need a kicker and a punter. but I can't imagine that this team doesn't do well. I really feel like this team is going to be so amazing. But of course, that remains to be seen. Let's get it. Final season. Show me some awesome results. We just beat the Seahawks 31-0 in Week 8. We're 5-3, so we're on pace to be a playoff team. Let's just keep it up. 91 overall. Let's see some of these rookie development traits that should be revealed. And again, finally Superstar X Factor. That's awesome. But defensively, yep, Thorpe has Superstar X Factor. What an insane draft pick. 21 years old, rookie, free safety that moved to cornerback and is ridiculous. Has Superstar X Factor, has Selfless. When selfless players are making plays, your teammates are motivated to perform better. When they enter the zone, all on-field teammates enter the zone as well. Now, we don't have any Superstar X Factor players other than him, so it doesn't really do us a whole lot of good. Hargrave only has star development, but still moving up pretty well. It's a sick team. I mean, this has to be a playoff team. Has to be. All right, we snuck into the playoffs. The Vikings went 11-5, won the division, and with a win over the Bears, I think we clinched the playoff spot finally at 10-6. Take a look at the numbers. Our offense took a big step back this year. Again, like they can't figure it out. I don't know what it is. Clarence Gregory with a good year. Has almost no catches, but turns him in a lot of yards and TDs. Defensively, 17 sacks for Vince Choice. We moved to a 4-3, and he's really getting after the quarterback. 99 finesse moves. Yeah, he's a solid player. Has edge threat as well. Made his 4th Pro Bowl. 7.5 sacks for Spencer Bassey. Interceptions, 4 for Taylor Staley. We had almost no interceptions. That's so disappointing. Darnold wins MVP of the 4-12 Jets. For sure. Hold on. Josh Allen's on the Steelers now. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Zeke. Defensive Player of the Year, Ashley Sheldon. Miles Jack at 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year, just missed it with Le'Veon Babineau. Okay. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Thorpe at 3. Hargrave at 4. Yeah, our receiving core is awesome. I mean, 2 89s and an 88 in Shaq Slade, who's almost up to an 89. This team is so good. Defensively, Thorpe's up to an 84. I mean, this has got to be a successful team, right? There's so many amazing players. We just have to beat the Vikings in the wild card. We're going to go into Super Sim, and hopefully we get it done. 92 overall, they're 80. Come on. Give me success. So we got a pretty good lead here. Vikings cut it down with a touchdown, but it seems like we answer every time they score. And that is the game. We just edged it out 27-24 to beat the Vikings in the wild card. DJ Heath, their QB, threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns on us, but it wasn't enough to get it done. It's the Cowboys in the divisional. They're so good in Sim. They're a high overall, and their playbooks are really good. They're an 84 overall. This could be very tough. Very close game so far, as Dallas goes ahead by 2 touchdowns. We answer with a field goal, which isn't going to be enough to cut it. And we didn't score on that drive. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be the game. That's pretty much going to be it. They make it 30-13. It's all over. We're going to jump in and see if we can bring it back, but it's going to be pretty difficult. I think we're kind of just going to have to throw it up and hope somebody makes a play. Got a bunch of really good players. I mean, that's wide open. It's Shaq Slade. We'll duck out of bounds. I mean, we can come back. It is possible. It's just we definitely have our work cut out for us. We needed to score. I chose not to jump in, and I think we turned over the football, which is no good. Do we have that? Can we throw into space? Oh, we got Guidry. What a catch. I like how these all have superstar abilities. I don't know if this is our QB that has it or what, but when we audible, as we're going to throw one-on-one, Hawkinson, what a catch, man. That's that size over Jalen Smith. Beautiful. But when we hot route, we have a bunch of routes that you wouldn't normally have. And again, I think we have a chance to win this game. We're down by 10, 2.5 minutes, but 3 timeouts. It is doable. We just had an insane drive. Our receivers are so good. I mean, our team is so amazing that even though they're not doing well in simulation, I think on the field they're going to be pretty unbelievable, especially if I use her a linebacker. If we get a turnover, we're going to be in such a good spot. Probably going to call timeouts now and just hope we stop them. It's a run right. Come on, stop Zeke. I think he got it. I'm calling a timeout anyway, just in case it's 3rd and inches. It's 3rd and 1. Okay, we really, really need to stop. I hate 4-3. I'm getting out of it. I might even go goal line here. We're going goal line. We're going all out, stop the run. And I guess I'll take that route away. If they pass, we're screwed. Oh, they might be passing. Which means we might be screwed. No, they're going to run it. Oh, amazing shed. Bring down Zeke. What a play. Oh, my goodness. I thought he had the first down and more for sure. Goal line pays off. We're going to force a punt. And we have time, man. If we can somehow score before the 2-minute warning, which would have to be a bomb, so I'm looking for a wheel route, we could definitely win this game. Guidry's in the zone, so it's going to tell us if we have an open receiver, which is awesome. And as you can see, it's a superstar ability. I think this is quarterback. So we get the option to do cross routes, and the cross is such a good route to bring out. As long as we have time. I don't know what I'm doing there. So my guy is unstoppable, apparently. Again, I don't really know how that works. It tells me when somebody's open. This is such a dumb throw. Gregory caught it. Are we catching every aggressive catch? What is going on here? Yeah, we got to hurry up, dude. Don't flaunt it. If we're catching every aggressive catch, I don't know if that's something to do with like an X Factor ability or what. And that was nearly intercepted. Oh my goodness. Can he literally just not get out of the zone? Is that what this does? Oh, dude, square was lighting up, but we had end zone. Gregory, touchdown. This feels like rookie difficulty. What's going on here, man? Another touchdown. It's on all pro. Whatever. I think all pro is more fun anyway, because it actually gives us a chance to come back. 1:24. I think we're going to need an onside. So that kind of sucks. It's going to be real close. I don't really know how the time works out. All right, hopefully we get it. Here's the onside. Game on the line, and they recover. Please throw the ball. Give me a chance. Give me a chance to user pick it. They're going to run it with Dak. Take the ball away. I'm spamming R1. I have the aggressive adjustments on. They can just knee it. That sucks. Unfortunate way to end. We came back. We get to see some of the players that we drafted really have good games, but unfortunately, that is going to be all she wrote. Play clock is longer than the game clock. This is going to be it. Final play of the game. They don't even really have to snap it if they don't want to. And that is it. 30-27 is your final, and that is going to do it for this video. It was a fun one, man. It was cool to see these guys develop. I know we didn't make the Super Bowl again. We won the Super Bowl in the actual rebuild and couldn't do it in the rebuild revisit. We could barely even make the playoffs with this god-tier team. It's the biggest thing for me in simulation. I know I harp on it all the time, but it just gets so frustrating when you build these super teams and it's not only that they are not playoff teams, it's just that they're so bad in comparison to these 80 overall squads that win 14 games. And you go, how is that even possible? Like the Vikings, who are 11-5, are 12 overall less than we were at the time of us playing them. This is the final team, though. Clarence Gregory up to a 91 overall. Guidry up to a 94. Got a 6 superstar QB backup choice. Vince Choice goes up to superstar X Factor. About time. He gets Fearmonger, secure tackler, edge threat. But that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.
We'll fake it.